Hi, Cancer. Thank you for joining me here. This is gonna be your in depth reading. And as you know, I start this reading by picking up the major energy that you are dealt with, or already kind of feeling it around. So I'm gonna go through your major energy. After that, I'm gonna delve deep into the situation by using different kind of tarot deck, okay? And this is a free flowing intuitive reading, my friends. So please take it as it resonates. And also, if you like my energy, please do like, share, subscribe. That way this video can reach out to people who might need to hear them as well. Okay, all right, without any further delay, let's get into this. Like when I was shuffling Cancer, this Hanged Man came in reverse, but I don't take reverse for this major energy, like for major arcana here. So I put it back as a upright. So there is definitely yeah, so but before that I also got Lovers and the Fool. So three major arcana here. The Hanged Man, like what I'm getting, Cancer, that you are there is something that have kind of tainted your soul a little bit in last like in past, or incident that you're already in, and you have been trying to make a sense. Hanged Man is also looking for a different perspective. How can I, you feel like there is something that like some kind of devil kind of energy, kind of monster, and you call them monster, like that kind of energy is brewing. And you tried every angle in your mental faculty to really, like, how can I manage this energy, what is coming from me, within me, which is kind of, I feel like, is detrimental to me, but how can I resist this, how can I work around it? So you put a lot of energy and thought and kind of maneuvering through this, but it feels like that you are done with that. You are done with that maneuvering, done with that kind of hermit kind of energy, like really in your head trying to make sense, trying to constantly telling yourself, like, okay, no, but this is what it is, like trying to understand intellectually, you are like constantly intellectualizing your own emotion, how you feel. But when you don't intellectualize your emotion is kind of like something that you want to break away from, but you are trying to, because you want the harmony, so you kind of trying to intellectualize your emotion and try to understand that both side of the situation, this and that, but it's not coming from a natural course of flow, and you are trying, you are getting out of that. I can feel like that, because the Hanged Man is in was in reverse, and so there is that kind of energy that brewing inside you that actually helping you to get out of that situation of dilemma. And this is positive card, because this is coming at the like the main force here. I feel like that's when you get out of it, that action of not no more thinking and just go with the flow, that when that happen, that's gonna be your positive attribute, Cancer. Because in the Lovers, I feel that's in the antagonistic or the negative position. What is telling me that there is a, maybe it very could be a situation between a couple, it could be a partnership, whatever, like it could be between two people, and they are very much emotionally, at one time they feel like they are inseparable. Maybe you felt, maybe you guys are married right now or something like that in past. But what happened over the period of time, the opinion and the way values and point of view, how you view lives, it just kind of it was growing apart. Now it's like it's like constant opposite. It's like, look at this, these two faces are looking direction, like opposite way, and you feel like that, how this kind of diversion happened, like whose fault is this? You are trying to understand whose fault is this, or what went wrong. And you are very much in dilemma, because you don't want to, at the same time, this was a matter of heart, this was a matter of partnership, this was a matter of union. So it is very hard for you to completely just get out of it, but you are, that's why it is taking so much time for Hanged Man to get out of it. You're constantly trying to manage it, trying to go through it, adjust it, compromise it. But now it is, now where you are, it's all beyond those kind of thresholds. You just want to get out, you just want to get out and let out. Something needs to come out. And look at this, what is the combining energy, what is that gonna help this situation is the Fool. So I am really seeing that irrespective of what you feel right now, you are gonna take this leap, you are gonna break out this union, break out of this union. Even if you don't break out of this union, you are going to address this matter like no one's business. You are going to do that, because, and there is a lot of, I'm not going to say that you are absolutely clear about what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, when you're going to do it. All those questions is still lingering in your head. There is a lot of question that is lingering, but one thing that you know in your heart is true, that you need to move. You need to move. You cannot be in hangman position. You cannot be in that dilemma in your mind and try to constantly arrange or compromise or adjust or modify those kind of things. All one thing that you know in your heart for sure, that no matter what, even though I see that clarity is still not there, you are still, it's not that you know exactly what to do and how to do it and what gonna bring you this peace of mind. At the same time, you're gonna feel like you are not being unjust or cruel or any kind of stuff. All those answers are not. I'm sorry, someone is literally annoyingly just going up and down by the stairs next to my room, and I'm like, house, and it's like seriously annoying me. I'm sorry, hold on, this thumping sound is hitting my head. Oh, okay, all right. I don't know whether you can hear it. I hear it so loud and it's giving me headache. Okay. So that's one thing that and you are really moving forward. You really, and that's what you are not yet moving forward if you're in this energy. But Cancer, I feel like this Fool gonna take over very soon, and it's gonna push you, even though not every answer gonna be with you and at that moment, but you are gonna be pushed forward to move. Okay. So then we got this animal spirit card, we got beaver, we got horse, we got, okay, I need to stop this video, this is annoying as hell. Okay, so then we got beaver in reverse, horse, and the butterfly and the bat in reverse. What I'm getting again, that something in the emotional realm, you got very surprised. Something in this union, something in this lover position, lover, something happened in the lover situation. You are very surprised emotionally that what you have done or how this situation have unfolded. I'm feeling like not only what you have done, like what they have done, something surprised you. What I'm getting, like maybe you saw a different version of that person, or maybe you saw a different version of yourself that came out through this connection, and you were like as absolutely astonished by it, that and whatever it is, it surprised you, and you felt that this is something. That's why you are kind of wrapping your head around who is this, like like let's say a different version came out of you, and you are really thinking like, is it really me, or is it this person or this situation making me act like this? Like, what is the truth? Is it like, is it something that I really hold inside me, or is it something that I am provoked to project in order to cope with this situation? So that was kind of dilemma, and it was like it kind of put you in this hangman position, constantly thinking, trying to understand, and it definitely shocked you. But this is in reverse. What I'm telling, I feel like you are kind of overcoming the initial shock, and what you are getting followed up by, you are followed by this horse. Against is your card, horse is chariot. You are like, something is clicking, gradually something is clicking in your consciousness, something is clicking in your understanding, and you feel like, okay, now I understand what it is, now I understand. Like, you understand the beaver, whatever shocked you, you understand like layer of that situation. We are going to go deeper into this by using tarot. We are going to see what is that you are understanding, but there is a definitely a say big sense of understanding there, even though it's not 100% clarity, but you are moving forward, because one thing you know, that you cannot stay in this, that you cannot stay in this situation. The change has to be happened. But at the same time, look at this butterfly and the bat in reverse. Bat is again the hangman card. Bat in reverse, because hangman came in reverse too. And so you are definitely getting out of this. You are not gonna there is no thought and reflection, retrospection, introspection, all these kind of things you have done with that chapter. You are gonna come out of it. At the same time, you are not totally transformed or something completely new person. No, it's not like that. That's why the fool, when I say, that's what I'm saying, this reading is not about you transforming into something. This is the process of you really understanding your own self, process of really getting out of some situation with holding you back or kind of pushing you to be like, you are really this is your self growth. It is not a transformatory. Right now you are in the process of that. That's why when you take this fall, when you take this jump, there is a lot of cloudiness, there is not 100% clarity, but there is something in your gut. Instinctually you are feeling that you need to move, and you feel like you are gonna gather this transformation. You are gonna turn to be a butterfly as you survive as a caterpillar. You know what I'm trying to say? You don't have to be in the cocoon like a hanged man in order to turn into butterfly, then come into the world. What you are taking a different approach. You are like, you know what? I'm gonna be okay. Right now I'm a caterpillar. That's fine. I'm just gonna live my life as a caterpillar. But I know that I wanna be a butterfly, and one day through this process of being, it will come. I don't have to put myself in a cocoon until this day come when I fly away as a butterfly. Like that. So you are kind of taking your chances. There is like a little gamble energy here, and I like that because fool is Aries energy. You are kind of taking control. You are going forward with your own willpower. And look at this, you who show the way. It's like that. You are not taking suggestion, you are not taking opinions like all this and making a concrete calculative judgment of the situation. You are acting. You have been doing that. And don't take me wrong, you have a lot of answer that you got. There is a lot of clarity came in, but not ultimate clarity of who you are, who you are becoming. All this existential question is not being answered. But the thing is, you are most of the time, like we get into some kind of hermit mode all the time if you're not careful to answer these questions. But the thing is, you know that in order to really get this answer, that your answer, that's not going to be someone else's answer, your answer, you need to take the charge, and you need to go ahead instinctually and go forward. And through this process of moving forward, through this process of moving, not you can move backward, sideward, it doesn't matter. Through this process of moving, you are gonna get to know which direction you need to go and what really your call, and all this, you discovering yourself. So anyway, so that's the major energy. So this is a quite deep energy already, Cancer. So okay, you know what, I'm gonna take the traditional one to begin with. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, death in reverse. Yeah, like I said, this reading is not about transformation. Both the transformation card came in reverse, butterfly and death. Nine of Wands, Sagittarius moon card. Tower in reverse. Wow. Five of Pentacles kind of came here. So it's like you're struggling with this left alone kind of feeling, but Six of some okay. Let me, you know what, instead of using different tarot deck, I'm just gonna use one tarot deck. I'm just gonna, okay, give me more time. I'm gonna get another layer of this. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Lot of reversal here, you can see. Oh, Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. So we have back-to-back Pentacles. Cancer, 6, 7, 8. All of them are in reverse. Okay. Oh, Cancer, this I'm all of a sudden feeling so heavy. Cancer, wherever you are, it has taken away your ability to focus, your ability to care for yourself, your ability to give time to yourself, your ability to really see how you grow, all this thing. It kind of taken away your attention from yourself and make it extremely muddy. The situation you are coming out from, it's, I don't know, it's feeling very, I'm in a very dark place right now. Hold on, energetically, almost like I'm struggling to see the light, almost like that. Okay, all right, but I'm gonna then there is, I'm feeling like, no, I need to go ahead, go on. So there is that kind of energy of keep moving, keep pushing. So there is a lot of tenacity that you have shown in this lover situation, whatever that is for you. Okay, because we are trying to understand what happened in that beaver surprise, right? You are digging in the sea, Ace of Cups right under the tower. Lover, yeah, definitely this is a matter of deep emotional connection, emotional safety. Okay, then we got Wheel of Fortune and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm very happy to see the Wheel of Fortune here. Cancer, very nice to see. Okay, and then, oh my god, and the Sun. Okay, all right, now I feel confident. I feel like, like I said, the moment I said that you are struggling to see the light, the Sun comes up. Okay, it always happens like that. When you completely feel like the life is bleak and no hope is left, then universe shows that how wrong we are, how little we know. Okay, so let's see, let's go through this reading. I'm doing this reading very differently because I was kind of called to do it differently. So there may be something that you want to do things differently this time around. Okay, so death in reverse. What I'm getting, Cancer, that you know, like you I'm feeling like that you submitted to some kind of belief, some kind of status quo through this lover connection. You submitted to that, and it was not really your true nature, but you did not know at the time. Maybe you got into a marriage, maybe you got into a partnership when you always knew that you are not really like that kind of bondage or whatever, however you feel like, like something you put yourself, or maybe you took up some kind of job, maybe, because I'm getting that something that has been socially approved. So some kind of institution, maybe you kind of took some kind of religious belief or something like that, which you felt that it's gonna be a end, some kind of old pattern for yourself, but it did not. It did not end what you, because in order to get into this kind of belief, this kind of, like a very, I'm getting a lot of hierophant kind of energy from this death. Something that you submitted, some kind of belief, some kind of, that is not completely built from within. It's like an external format that you kind of submitted. That's fine. Sometimes we need those kind of structure, but you thought that structure gonna end a certain old pattern and bring you a lot of some kind of, relaxation, because you wanted to end some kind of old pattern of yours, and it did not end. Actually, it's actually backfire. They told me to get on the card. What is that old pattern that you wanted to break free from by submitting to the structure? We are digging into deep. We are digging, like what went on. maybe you need some clarity on that, because you're moving forward without 100% clarity. So that, okay, so they gave me three of swords in reverse. This is I so what happened here? So you have been very hurt, in past, and you wanted to get away from the, and that, I think your hurt feelings came from you not being committed. Like, committed means you are very committed emotionally, but when it comes to committed structurally, like realistically, like, like committed, like some kind of way, this is my path, this is what I'm gonna do, that kind of confirmation. You had dealt with a lot of heartache, in past, and it felt like that it kind of, like, you felt like you were just being free, you were just being living your life, but but being that free and not really submitting to certain kind of structure, it brought a lot of heartache to you, and you wanted to end that heartache. You felt like, okay, if I submit myself to this, let's say you never thought that you will marry someone, but you fell in love and all that, but then you felt like, okay, I'm gonna take this step with that, not because you are absolutely wanted to marry, but you wanted to build a certain kind of structure within your life, and you thought that is the nice way, that is the great opportunity for you to do that. Or it could be like you always feel like that you are like more like a freelancer, you don't want to work under anybody. Then you the day in your past, maybe you felt like, no, this is the time I need to be more structured, so you maybe join some kind of organization or corporation or something like that, which is not totally your control, because you wanted to, because those freedom attitude, brought a lot of heartache to you, and you wanted to get away by submitting to this, but you thought that heartache gonna end, but obviously it did not end, it intensified all this. Because look at this, we got this nine of wands, intensified. All of a sudden you feel like, all of a sudden you have so much work to do, you have so much responsibility, and which is like, feel like that you have to, but at the same time, this is a big step for you, it was a big step for you, so you did not let it go easily. You did like, okay, this is not going to work, I'm just going to break it away. That, because you couldn't, because what was your thesis, your thesis was that I need to get out of my heartache to submit to something which is much more solid, practically solid. But by doing that, you feel like there is a lot of unnecessary responsibility which take away a certain part of your freedom. But at the same time, you cannot just knock it up and leave, because that's the whole point. Stick to the structure, show your loyalty, do your commitment. Like this kind of heavy burdensome responsibility that kind of failed on your shoulder, and you felt like, okay, but at the same time you are very, very stubborn to let it go. Look at this tower in reverse. It has been telling you that, Cancer, this is not you. You don't have to be in a structure in order to get away from your heartache. You need to be maybe just you, what you can or cannot do, what speaks to you and what cannot do. So there is some kind of like changes needed to happen, and this situation had been yelling at you for doing that, but you couldn't, because you see that there is like you are very not stubborn. You are like, okay, I submit to that, I take this concise decision after so many years, and I'm not gonna just back off just because I feel I'm overwhelmed or I'm breaking my spine. I feel like I'm not getting any air for myself. So you, even though the changes was asking you to change, you constantly put that change away and stay, because you know what, in your mind you are changing by accepting this new thing, but here in reality the changes has to come by not accepting this change, but really understand what you truly made of, what you truly want and need, rather than thinking that one thing. Hierophant does that to us all the time, like it sometimes it helps to people, but most of the time it doesn't. In a long run, it gives an answer, it gives a faith-based or some kind of corporation or society-based answer. When people are looking for answer or kind of volatile, they give, okay, this is the truth, like all this kind of like all these kind of beliefs that we have, different religious take on this and that. So like it you feel like that's your change, because you never really succumbs to any kind of particular belief, but at the same time that change is not your change. The universe was asking you something different. Anyway, hold on. Okay, so then like this came a little twisted. I really feel like Cancer, throughout this process had made you feel very, you feel very you felt very ugly of yourself. You felt like you are not good. There is something like, I got that in the first energy, that some kind of monster. You feel like that the monster is coming out, because you feel like you cannot, if you are too free, you get heartache. If you are submit to this, you cannot stick with that. You feel like there is some kind of defect in you. You felt all this kind of negative implication projection, you kind of projected on you. And you really felt that, like, it's like, nobody, you are not worth of being loved, you are not worth of. But there is like a lot of sadness and lot of melancholia, a lot of, like, it was kind of building up inside. And the more you build up, the more this kind of thing build up, you really feel like, what, I'm not gonna think like that, because it came like that, but it's still struggling. Like, you really feel like, okay, enough is enough, I'm not gonna self-pity anymore, I'm gonna invest in myself, I'm gonna see where is the problem is, why I'm feeling like that, instead of constantly guilt tripping myself that I am the one who is the wrong side. I'm not gonna do that. So it can try to, but you are struggling to really you were struggling to really embrace that. Because the moment you feel like, okay, I'm gonna invest in myself, I'm gonna be more generous, right? If you're feeling like, oh, you are this monster, you never really understand, you feel like Six of Pentacles, you feel like, oh, I'm gonna give and take, equal give and take. But it did not work out, because this energy somehow is not letting you be, was not letting you be who you truly are, because you're trying to fit into some kind of format in order to get away from some kind of old hurts or the constant chronic pain that you feel in your heart. But because of the fundamental thing was not at risk, no matter how much you want to be generous in this connection, but it always felt like that is not coming from the deep emotion. It almost felt like a coming from as act of duty, and it kind of tired you more and more. It look at this, you feel like nothing gonna come up. This is a very dense energy right here. This has been the most troublesome for you. When you feel like you cannot focus on your work, you cannot focus on your own development, you cannot focus on your own nurturing, you cannot focus on all these things, that when the you feel like, enough, I need to get out of it. That's when you started feeling, because it's like, look at the 6, 7, 8 back to back, three of them reverse. You wanted to invest, you wanted to generous, you wanted to be focused. You feel like, okay, you know what, I'm not gonna focus on all these things, I'm just gonna focus on my work. But no, something is all the time noise in your back of your head, and it's like, oh, you are a failure, you are a monster, you are not gonna be happy anywhere, everywhere is a problem for you. All this negative talk came to you, Cancer, came to you, and it took away your ability to focus, your ability to work. Because when you are in this kind of thing, one thing that helps us to get out of this is work, self-care, self-love. If you cannot even do that, at the same time you feel so like fatally disappointed and failure and all those kind of things, and at the same time you cannot focus on yourself, that's like ultimate. You feel like everything is crushing. I'm just gonna like. And that's when the Ace of Cups came right under there. Some kind of, I feel like, some kind of love, and I don't not necessarily think it's a romantic love, but some kind of surge of love came in your life. If you're still dealing with that, this is gonna come to your life. Hold on. Some kind of love came in, Cancer, and it almost saved you. It saved you from all these things, because that's where the changes came from, in the form of love. Whether you failed, but I don't think you all of a sudden from here to there, this feels so certain, like sudden, like you felt that something just clicked. What is that? What is it? Should I know? oh, this is like this. Whenever this happened, everything goes after that is like all like a new energy, almost like something. Ah, the Empress in reverse. That's what happened. Hold on. Oh, they give me a very specific message. And then the Seven of Wands. Okay, Cancer, this is a beautiful reading. So Empress in reverse. Maybe some few of you have a lot of Taurus, maybe Taurus moon. I'm getting that what it told you, some kind of something clicked happened. And what happened, it came in the form of love, maybe in the form of, like somebody other than this that you are connected, and they bring a certain sense of solace in your soul. And they don't have to be, I don't think you're romantic or anything, it's just a different kind of very spiritual, very giving standpoint. And they showed you, and it happened like, if it did not happen, it's gonna happen like very in the matter of second. They showed you that you don't have to be everything. I think you are very hard on yourself, Cancer. With the Empress in reverse and the Seven of Wands, you feel like you have very high expectation of yourself, because you want to give, you want to master yourself in all sorts of queen. You want to be just, you want to be emotionally fulfilling, like giving and love. You want to be this passionate, purposeful vigor. At the same time, you want to be this, home sense of security, safety. You want to embody everything, you wanted to give everything in this connection. I don't think not only in this connection, whenever you form a love bond, like very solid love bond, you want to be this everything, and you work so hard, and it feels like a struggle every day. And the thing is, you get very disappointed when you see that other person is not as much driven as you are to improve, to be better, to be somebody that you really want to be. And that frustrated you, that disappoint you when you do not get that equal work feedback, and it asking you, this person, or some kind of message, or maybe it came in the form of dream, but however it came in the very form of nurturing, gentle, tender way. It showed you that you are breaking your bones, you're breaking your spine to be something that is almost an illusion. It is not, you cannot be everything at the same time. Empress is not like everything at the same time. Empress is like who has gone through all this kind of different experience, so that they can use different experience based on the whatever the situation calls up for. But you cannot be everything at the same time. That's the understanding that you are getting here. And that's look at this, and after that you feel like the things, the energy shifting, wheel of fortune, your luck is going to open up. And what is doing, wheel of fortune came right, and king of pentacles is like, in the reverse. I really feel like maybe because you couldn't focus on your, like something that you are not satisfied with your job, and the way you are making money, and the way you are handling home, your home. It doesn't have to be anybody included, like, that kind of things. I feel like there is a big change is coming, and it's gonna come like almost like, it's like a almost like literally it's gonna be like a turn of events that's gonna, maybe you are gonna, something is happening, and it's gonna calls for change, but it's gonna bring luck to your stability. And also it's gonna turn this, self-neglect kind of attitudes, like feeling that you have a monster, and all this kind of negative thing that we hear all the time in our society. To those words are built to push people down. We always, like with those words have meanings, but how we use it, how we see it, that's how the chain of language forms. And I'm really feeling like that this is the Wheel of Fortune is like absolutely bringing this clarity. But no matter, this is a more of a little bit future oriented energy I'm getting, and there was a past, this is the present. So I don't know where you are in this energy, but once you get this clarity, you are gonna move irrespective of how you're gonna, all the boats not gonna be on the like what is that called, you are not going to have every answer, because the Wheel of Fortune is working behind you, like behind, the scene. This is going to bring the stability if it comes to money, wealth, and home situation. You don't have all this answer, but you are moving forward. By moving forward with this Ace of Cups kind of energy, you are bringing luck to yourself, you are bringing this clarity, you are bringing this happiness. Cancer, I know that if I say you right now, you may feel like this is sugar coated, but oh, I heard no, it's not. I will not feel. Okay, I assumed. I'm sorry. So it's gonna bring a lot of clarity. It's gonna bring a lot of clarity. You have a clear head. You are gonna feel much more, but you are gonna release yourself from this situation, which is very very important. Okay, Cancer. I hope you get something out of it, and I will talk to you next time. Okay, take care. Bye bye.